So last session, because I watched the recording for last session so I could stay caught up. They went and bought stuff. Briz
Uh,
in particular asked zero questions about the things that he bought or stole in one case. And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's fitting for a D&D party.
I'm God for 2 sessions and everything falls apart. This is great. Like, you don't know that Verity knows what it is. You, I,
pretty sure she knows identify. Am I wrong here? She does not. I knew she had detect magic, but I presumed that the fact that she has detect magic, she has identify.
I don't think so.
You-
I'll double check, but I don't
you
believe
can't-
That was
You
just
know
an
what they
assumption I put
you know
together.
what they say about assuming.
so.
Yeah, but
I'm
whatever
you know,
happens to you,
sure
happens
I'll
to
be
you, man.
okay.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
yeah,
I'll be
but
okay.
and that's how you die.
Or
I'm
somebody
sure
else.
I'm sure this is
Gets
fine.
I'll load.
cursed 10
I'll
times
unload the
over,
burden.
can no longer kill anything. It just completely cripples.
Just
Everything goes
sitting here
wrong.
watching, and I'm like, this is what happens when I don't show up. I know
No,
I'm already
yes.
mad. I know I'm already upset about not showing up, but you made it worse.
Now I've got to see what happens when Verity doesn't show. We do have permission to use detect magic.
To find that item.
But
Did I tell them about that? Because I'm pretty sure it was just me and Verity that know about the quests.
I think
you have not made it back to the same location yet to discuss.
yeah, you were just like, we'll just head back, but I don't think you actually made it back.
No,
I'm
it is
trying to remember,
currently.
did I say that I was gonna meet at the guild, or I think I said I was gonna meet at the guild. Yeah. But would it be possible to uh go to a
Market?
shop? Yeah, because I want to go buy one of the animals.
Yep.
I
So
don't
it
want an
is-
animal, but
It's like early evening. So you guys will have a little bit of time before bed.
I think I was getting the cave bear cub. Yeah.
see, I thought about buying one, but then I'm also like, I could
No, that's
also
mine then.
just
Well,
But nobody's
like,
asked
I'm-
any questions.
like, I'm not sure if I want to try my luck fighting a companion of sorts. That's not what I wanted. Like out and about.
Oh, getting a
'Cause-
wild one so you can actually tame it to fight.
Just keep in mind, it is illegal to have a wild companion in any of Phoebia's cities or whatnot.
What if they don't know that it's wild?
So just be aware of that.
if it's found to be wild, you will be executed. Just extreme.
I mean, there are worse things.
You'd be mugged, tortured, killed.
We have Sylvia back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I need my camera to focus with its brightness.
So I'll go to the pet shop and I will go to buy the cave bear cub.
Yeah, it's good
So
enough.
the cave bear cub is 750 gold pieces.
Swole. What do I have? I don't remember.
750 gold pieces out of my 62,000. That is easy.
I think that's where we ended up, me and Verity.
Son of a bitch.
So we should be seeing you. Do they have a lizard?
A lizard per se. I could have sworn they had something lizardy like, but yeah, the bither or the bather. They haven't pronounced that.
Would that eventually be big enough to ride on?
So, was there any shops with was there like a blacksmith with better weapons that I could go and purchase? Or was what I got kind of what I'm gonna be at for a bit?
The one you got is probably one of the better ones that you're gonna find.
Okay. Although I don't think I have a cape or like a cloak or anything like that. So I
Not a
guess
spiffy one.
so I guess after I get my cave bear cub, which I'm gonna add that to my notes on my character. Alright, then I'll see about going and finding like some alternate armor pieces so I still get my unarmored bonus, like a cape or like some rings and stuff like that.
So if you wanted to, you could go to the store that sells capes. They have various.
That would be delightful for me.
Is there? Where would I go to look to see how much weight I could carry?
Probably in inventory and then I believe the top right there. Yeah, you click on weight carried and it'll tell you your maximum.
Oh,
Do you have the list of capes available or find that?
Pulling it. So they have a red, orange, and yellow cape that appears to have leaves falling from it. They have a bear leather cape.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's soft and flexible, but it still would help with increasing AC a little bit.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay. Any other applicable ones for me?
They do have what they call Bull's Rage Cape or Keep Up with the Matador. It's crimson and seems to move even in still weather or indoors. This item allows the user to use the fighter's goading strike maneuver.
Hmm.
And that's all the information you'd have on it without identify.
Would the shopkeepers not be completely knowledgeable about it, or it's like, yeah, these are the capes that I got?
Yeah, these are the capes that I got.
Okay. I think because there's so much, I'll buy both the Matador cape and the bear pelt cape.
Okay.
Bouldaire makes bad financial investments.
Yeah. Those are both going to run about 2,500
Each or combined?
each.
Alright, so about 5,000.
Yeah.
Alright, that is done. And I need to now find that and add it to my inventory. So look if you want to get some stuff.
All right. Lux, was there anything specifically that you wanted?
I'm trying to think if there might be anything that might increase like my skill stats.
Mm-hmm.
I think like um investigation or stealth and stuff. But
Okay.
I also no, I think I just want to focus on things that might help with those.
Also, you said the bear pelt cape is the bear cape, right?
The bear cape.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
so.
just considered light armor, so I'm just trying to figure out if that would actually get rid of my bonuses.
I think the one I mentioned to you is more a, I mean, yeah, no, it is considered armor.
Is it like a homebrew item or is that just part of the regular D&D?
It is a homebrew D&D item. So it's
Okay,
like,
yeah,
it's
it's probably easily modifiable in the like stats and whatnot.
yeah.
Like the
You can also just add it into your listing instead of,
yeah, I just added it to my backpack
okay.
just in case.
Mhm.
Yeah, start with that.
Yeah, I think my main thing is wanting to raise my AC or my investigation. Uh
So let's see.
I don't know if there's anything specific.
I am checking.
Mm.
The magnifying glass, the highlights, points of interest.
Well, like
It
I
just highlights everything because it doesn't know what you're interested in.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I don't there's not any like I don't know items.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Ooh,
But
is there a
like
bag of holding that I could find and
Not
purchase?
in this town.
Oh yeah, damn. I think
Yeah.
we talked about that before.
Just a little.
I mean, we don't know that.
Well, we kind of do. I'm pretty sure, like the
They-
mayor or like the guild master said we ain't got it.
Yeah, it's not something
not
that
what
you
I
would be able
mean.
to purchase around here.
That's what I mean. I'm more talking about Sylvia's little coin bag that doesn't get heavier or lighter, but hasn't been investigated. And like, I'm not gonna investigate it because
Just in
Jezreel doesn't
case.
know about it. Because Sylvia hasn't said anything to my knowledge.
Nope.
So like, I canonically I can't investigate it.
Canonically, all we know is Sylvia is not to be completely trusted.
Sylvia is like a quarter of the chaoticness that Chelsea brings to her um one shot characters.
hmm
Mm.
All right. I am looking, and there's not a ton of stuff.
Was there like a jeweler's, like a for like rings or amulets and stuff?
Yep.
Then
Yep.
that would be my next stop. See if I can
Okay.
get anything magical there.
Jezreel, you might be interested. There's something called an efficient quiver, which you can hold arrows, javelins, or longer items such as bows, quarterstaffs, or spears. And it never weighs more than 2 pounds.
Even with equipment?
Even when you put everything in it, the quiver itself never weighs more than 2 pounds.
But how much is it?
It's going to be pricey.
How much money you got?
Almost 2,000, but that's because I haven't like bet as much as everyone else on the arena fights because I'm not very smart. Which is why I didn't have high hopes for anything.
Yeah, no, you're going to save that one for later.
I mean, I'm probably gonna save most things for later.
Yep.
But
Well, if you ask Bouldaire, he'd probably give you a loan and then forget about the loan.
nah.
You'd probably explain the concept of a loan to him and ask you a little bit of that, and then he'd be like, "Okay, hand you over the money," but completely forget about it later. Because I do have 56,000 coins left, so I'm chilling.
Coins.
Yeah,
Use
like
my
every other
persuasion.
currency.
How much does the thing cost?
That one's about 5 grand.
Oh yeah, chump change to me. That's the thing. Oh fuck. If there was a bank and I could get like promissory.
That's what
Oh
we need.
man.
A bank to get interest back.
God.
Whatever we put in.
I need a wagon for all this gold if we're gonna travel to another city.
Are you encumbered?
Yeah, I am
Very.
well over encumbered. I'm currently at my weight carried is 1,229 pounds and like 88 ounces.
How much can you carry?
My max carrying capacity is 480 pounds. My max push, drag, or lift limit is 960. So essentially, I need to spend as much of this shit as I can.
How? What are you carrying other than the gold? What are you carrying?
I got a great axe, a great sword, two hand axes, javelin, two capes, and my backpack stuff, water skin torch, box, rope, rations, mess kit, and bedroll.
I mean,
That's it.
depending on how much all your like weapons weigh.
All combined, my great axe and my great sword weigh just about, what's that, 13 pounds.
Hmm.
I have 8 pounds of javelins because I have four of them.
What, in case you lose 3?
Yeah.
I need to buy more books.
Well, I got you some of the cards.
Yeah, it's the books on here to show you which ones are which.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not seeing a ton of things for those specific. But if you want to look at armor for your AC, could do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you want me to loan you the 5 grand? Do you think
Yeah,
you'd
sure.
be in character? Yeah. All right, cool. That is another 5,000 removed.
I mean, if anything, it's a group investment.
Yeah. All right. Now I am down to just about 1,000 pounds. For some reason, it kind of glitched out the quantity. I'm now at 1,129.8799999999, like repeating several times over.
Which is hilarious.
Oh man. Okay, so they have I don't know if you're gonna want this. They have an armor of gleaming.
What does that do?
It's a chain shirt that is worn between layers of clothing or leather. And it never gets dirty.
Okay. Is there anything else? Just mostly out of curiosity.
There is a sentinel shield, which has like a symbol of an eye on it. And it's made from wood. And you carry it in one hand. That increases your armor class by 2. But you have to be able to use a shield.
I don't know if rogues can use shields.
I mean, even if we could, some of my weapons require 2 hands. Like if I wanted to use like my short bow or anything.
Subclass fighter. There you go. Boom.
Huh?
Subclass fighter. There you go. Boom. Just 1 level. That's all you need. That's what I'm gonna do. More for the action surge.
How much was the chainmail?
The chainmail is not going to be that expensive. It's going to be like probably 600 gold.
Okay. I get that.
Okay.
And then
Put that in a quiver. All right. For rings at the jeweler
Get
shop.
get the quiver for Bouldaire.
All right.
Hold all your javelins.
At the jeweler's shop, they have some really cool rings. They have a ring of jumping. While wearing this ring, you can cast a jump spell from it as a bonus action at will. You
On
can only
yourself?
target yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
So that triples your jump distance until the spell ends. Lasts 1 minute.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's a pair of rings that look like they match.
What did they do?
It does not appear that the jeweler knows a lot about them. They came in as a sale. He's just trying to offload them. Pretty cheap.
Like,
Can we
are
use-
they
can we use
linked
Verity's
together, or
detect
they
magic?
just look good at them?
Well, Verity is with
Verity's not with
me.
you.
All right, let's go find Verity.
Well, we were at the pet shop, so
Yeah.
that's the last place we were at.
And then there's one more. It's a ring of puzzler's wit. It's gold and has a cool stone on it.
What does
That
do?
one, the guy tells you, is enchanted to sharpen the wearer's mind.
So,
They give
like
me
intelligence or
advantage
wisdem?
on
Intelligence. Yep.
you might want that one.
I'm trying to.
in the
wrestling of
least
if
disrespectful way
Bouldaire would care.
possible.
I don't know if Bouldaire would care.
Look, he might not
He is
care,
an
but it
idiot.
also lead him to understand more.
Maybe. It works for intelligence checks.
I mean, he'd be less likely to get ripped off.
I think I'll buy the Ring of Jumping,
Okay.
and I will also buy the pair rings.
Okay.
Well, there goes my plan of stealing them.
I thought about
Not
it.
even there.
Absolute deviant.
I mean, you could
And for
always
the
let him
pair of
borrow
rings,
them
what should
to
I
see what they
put?
do in case it's bad.
And for the pair of rings, what should I add for my inventory?
So go ahead and
Or
just
should I just
write.
add 2 signet rings?
Yes.
Alright, I'll just do 2 signet rings.
Yep.
What is
the backpack? And what's the cost for all that?
So that's going to be about 2,000. The Ring of Puzzler's Wit is about 1,800 of that. No, Ring of Jumping, sorry, wrong one.
what does the
Okay,
quiver hold
easy.
again?
The quiver holds up to 60 arrows in the shortest compartment. The mid-sized compartment holds up to 18 javelins or spears.
Mm-hmm.
No, javelins. Or in the longest compartment holds up to 6 spears or bows or quarterstaffs. And you just draw as if you would do a regular draw.
I'm just wondering if that's more useful to lessen the encumberment on Bouldaire. Because most of my stuff is just, daggers and a sword. Like I have a crossbow and like a short bow, but
Like you can't put your gold in it, but you can put your arrows and spears.
sure, but it's at least I don't know,
And it never
something
weighs
of
more than 2 pounds.
something of his back. Although, that's up to him.
Yeah.
No, I
says it doesn't do gold, and yeah, no.
borrow Sylvie's purse. No, I think I'm gonna hold off on the quiver just because I really don't need it.
Yeah.
And
Well, better to have it not needed than to need it and not have it. Because I am not taking that 5,000 gold back. I just broke under 1,100. I'm at 1,089 pounds.
I mean, I never said I was gonna keep it back.
Hey,
Alright.
if you want to bear that
what were
weight, go
the-
ahead.
What was the item names? Just so I can
Um,
have them.
So it's an efficient quiver. And you also picked up the armor.
Yeah.
That one's an armor of gleaming. I'll set that over.
Armor of Gleaming chain shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Huh. I guess the efficient quiver can hold that too.
You can hold armor.
Well, when I go to add it, it gives the option. Typically, the options are equipment or backpack, but it
Yeah.
also gives the option to put it into my efficient quiver.
Nice.
So,
How much could I get away with?
Now attempting to put everything in the quiver. All right, so as you do that, it is now like late evening. Briz-Atar and Verity are leaving the shop for the pets. You guys are finishing up at the mall. Sylvia, where are you?
I believe Sylvia already bought her mimicling and is back at the tavern,
Okay,
if I remember correctly from last session.
all right, yep, that would be correct.
this thing can hold.
She got her stuff and booked it right away while Verity was still looking.
Yep. So darkness is starting to fall.
This can hold a lot
And-
more than just the weapons, by the way.
That's cool.
Because I could put the quartz in there that I still have. An ink bottle that I have, which really doesn't weigh much, but still. Sorry, continue.
So as night falls, the villagers are all settling in, the shops are closing, and people are preparing to go to bed. Are you going to head
Oh,
back to the
damn,
tavern
that's
for bed? Bouldaire, you can
Yeah,
afford
if
to stay
there's
there.
I was just wondering if there's any amulets like go around my neck or anything like that, trying to maximize what I could buy. But if there's nothing, then I'll probably go back and pay for
Let's go
some
buy another weapon.
food and drinks. Yeah, pay for some food and drinks and stay at the tavern, but still stay in the
Buy
bar.
everyone around.
Sure.
Briz will not say no to a free drink.
Everyone gets one free drink.
One.
Yeah, not two, because then you're mooching.
Like he cares.
Yeah, Briz don't.
He has some weird morals.
So after you eat and drink and utilize Bouldare's generosity, are you going to head to bed and take a long rest?
I am
Or
going to
stop
find
and chat.
Shoni.
All right.
And then I'm gonna tell her, like, I'm gonna give you some gold to hold for me because it's way too much gold.
She laughs. That's a good problem to have.
So I'm gonna take 30,000 of my gold and just hand it over to her.
Right there in front of everyone in the tavern.
No, of course not. I'll take it to the
No,
room.
he went.
Like
he
we're-
went to
like we're-
find her.
Like we're gonna
But
do
also-
something and
He
take
In
left
her
the
to the
reality,
room.
just like
area.
carrying a giant just bag of just money. clanking, sounding like an entire
clink.
orchestra of tambourines or something, just dragging it up the stairs. Nothing to see here.
No, I'm taking it to the room.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna hand her 30,000 gold.
Okay. That takes up quite a bit of space. She looks at it just in astonishment. Wow, you have done well here.
Arenas. And
Yes. It's a pity it closes soon.
what? How
You
long?
haven't
Took
heard?
too much of their damn money.
I know.
We robbed
We're
him
putting him out
blind.
of business.
The season is almost over. In 2 days, they have their last event, and then it'll close for repairs and maintenance, just like it does every year.
I go straight back to sign up for another round.
Nobody's there to sign up right now. Everybody's to bed.
Damn it.
You'd have
I
to
gotta
wait
go
till
in the morning. Good to know. But I will mark I'll take the 30 gold off me, but I'll put in my notes that Shoni has it.
Okay.
Question, DM. Would the guild, like, so the guilds are connected in every other like city and like kind of whatnot, right?
Yep.
Would they be able to hold my gold for me and be able to like have a note or something for every other guild that I can go to?
Yep, that's a very good question. And I bet if you ask them, then yeah, that would probably
All right,
be
that
fair.
would be one of the first things that I do in the morning.
All right.
Also, I would visit the church and I gave the I believe there's the reef shark head to the statue of
Cord.
Cord, yeah. And I also donated 5,000 to the
Okay.
church.
All right.
All right, I'm back to normal now.
I am
I'm
just
close,
under
though.
1,000.
I'm close though, but it's okay. I'll get a bag of holding eventually.
Sylvia?
Not doing much, just in a room,
Okay.
playing with a mimicling, trying
Jezreel?
to teach it a trick or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and take the long rest after the drink and stuff.
All right, so everyone go ahead and take your long rest.
Yay!
And then yeah, in the morning I'm gonna go with Briz. Sign up for a fight.
Okay.
You bug who?
Sign up for a fight because you were gonna go sign up for
You
the.
go with me to the fight. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Oh yeah, then if we're signing up for fights, I'm signing up for another.
Yeah, Sylvia's coming along.
All right. I expect Verity will as well.
Has no choice. Rope tight around the waist, dragging along.
And also,
You sure you want to do that? You saw what she did in one fight.
That one fight.
That one fight, and it was the first and really the only time you've seen her fight by herself. So proceed. It's extreme caution.
actually, I didn't see it. I was actually asleep because I was messed up.
Yeah, but you would have heard about it. I'm sure with it being like a one-hit thing, everyone would have been talking about it for a while.
it traveled through the grapevine.
All right. So as the party signs up for new fights, would you like individual or party or both?
Both.
Yeah, both.
Both is good.
Both is best.
All right.
Chelsea can put in the comments of how much they're betting. Nobody say anything.
All right. And then word. All right, so yes, so they have extra special elaborate fights for tomorrow, as it's the last day. But
Ooh.
they have your names down.
Social
Uh-huh.
classes or
You guys have made a pretty good showing, and you've been steady fighters, so they're definitely going to squeeze you in.
What do you mean by extra elaborate?
Well,
We'll
I guess you'll
see.
have to find out.
this will either be really great or it's gonna end up terribly into TPK.
Hopefully not.
If
All
it
right.
does, I'm fighting somebody.
So, Briz-Atar, are you going to tell them about the quest option?
Oh, right. So I signed us up for the guild quests, and we are going to look for some special herbs, and we got to find a lost heirloom, which is some magical ring. Basically around where we collected that crocodile thing, and that way we can get our ranking up.
Oh, true. I did want to talk to Gil. We have been pit fighters when we could have also been guild warriors.
So I say we go get that knocked out really quick, and we should be good.
I'm gonna look I'm gonna look at Briz and just point out, because obviously I've been in the guild for everything except for the fights. And obviously I would have seen the quest, but just is there anything special about the ring?
She just said that it's an heirloom and it's magical, nothing more than that.
Can I point out the look on Aliya's face when you said ring? Because it's not a ring.
No.
Is it
you
not?
can't-
It's a
You cannot point that out because that is totally metagaming.
No, I'm pointing it out like out of game, but now it's a ring. But I just find it funny. Like-
Oh, man.
We're gonna be looking for the wrong thing. That's okay.
We're looking for something special.
It's a ring. Okay. So we gotta go do the jobs and stuff and then come back for the fights.
So the fights, you're all signed up for tomorrow's fights.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
So as you head out of town, you head back in the same direction you were going. This time, it does not appear that many people have been in that direction.
And I believe Verity said that they know what the plant looks like,
Mhm.
or one of them, or something like that.
One of them, I think. They have a list of flowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. That they can make out of their little staff.
Mhm.
Wand. Something. It's a magic stick of some kind.
So I will start looking for those herbs.
All right.
I will assist.
All right. So
Same. Also,
as you search, roll me either a nature to identify and locate the specific plants, or a survival to find plants and determine their usability.
Hi.
I will roll survival because I
Yes.
have a +1 on that.
nature.
What are we rolling
Hey, I
for?
got an 18.
Which one are we rolling again?
Nature or survival?
I got a 5.
I got an 18
they're both the same.
plus.
I got a 15.
I got a
Ooh.
rot.
A +3,
I have a jar of dirt.
so 21.
Okay.
I got a +3 to nature apparently.
Mm.
I have a +1 to survival.
I have a
I
plus one to
have-
both.
I have nothing. I have
Yeah.
+0 to both.
I have a +1 to survival too.
And we'll let Verity roll just to see.
Do you want me to roll for Verity?
You can, yeah.
Let me go open hers. That's not the right campaign. Here it is. Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay. Alright, I'll do survival because theirs is +3. That's a 14.
All right. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So as you travel, I'll let you know when to roll for things, okay?
Yep.
Mhm.
Right.
So Verity has the detect magic going, and it isn't picking up on anything quite yet.
Also, I'm sure Verity's smart enough to correct me that it's not a ring. FYI.
More than likely, we'd hope.
Yup.
Fingers crossed. Okay, you said it's a fairly unused path.
It's yeah, last time you came there, it looked like there had been people traveling there recently, and this time you don't see that.
Hmm.
So as you travel, you come to the little brook that you were catching a crocodile in previously. You could follow it down to the south or follow the fork up to the northeast.
I say we go up.
Did they give you any real direction to where the heirloom was lost?
No. Nothing too crazy, just in the area here.
Well, up it is.
Are you guys able to move your own tokens, or do you need me to?
I can move on. I can find it.
Yeah, I can find.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Wait, so when you say we're moving up, are we moving down to like?
So this
That's
would
not
be
mine.
up
Okay,
to the
so down to
northeast.
the fork and then up. Okay,
Yes, yes.
I just wanted to
Drop
clarify.
down.
How can I group this so I can move me and Verity?
I think you have to click them both and then like highlight them both and then I thought there was a group button. I don't see the group button anymore. That's the problem.
No, good.
Oh, attach. Maybe?
Yeah, there's an attach. You have to hit the um 3 dots.
Oh, there's
No, I didn't work on my end.
I mean, they're both highlighted red.
They're not moving. Oh, there we go.
no, there.
Okay. All right. Can I roll? What would it be? Would it just be perception or to essentially just I guess keep an eye partially on the water because we got attacked by a crocodile last time. But
Mhm.
pretty much just the area around us as we walk.
Probably a very good idea.
Where is it? Perception. There it is. 16.
So as you guys continue, you notice that up ahead where the fork meets, it seems to get swampier.
Right here.
I'm just gonna steer clear of where it seems to get messy,
Okay.
just cause.
And do we see any of these plants like inside of that marsh swamp stuff?
So none of the plants appear to be showing up in the swampy area itself.
Do we have a description of what it looks like?
Yeah. So
Even with my 18,
so you're looking for 2 borage plants, 2 lompor plants, 1 fennelly, and 1 wodero.
Okay.
Borage is a shrub with fine and long stems of about 20 inches, which has bright red fruits about the shape of a grape. Fennelly is a pretty plant. It's grown in the cities to decorate gardens, and it has like feathery leaves. Lompor is a pretty plant with large, beautiful yellow flowers, but it's pretty fragile. And Wodero is a small plant with hairy and slightly skinny leaves.
Okay.
So are all of you avoiding walking through the mud like Jezreel?
Yeah, if we
Yep.
don't see the plants in there, there's no need to walk in there.
Mhm.
Perfect.
also pay attention a little bit where we're going.
So as you head northeast, you're going to find a couple different plants. Let's see. Qwerty, you're going to start, roll me roll me a D100.
Who's rolling it?
Qwerty.
Qwerty is.
Oh, sure. I thought you. My bad.
See, this gotta pay attention, man.
Problem. Said the wrong name. Bouldaire. Roll me a D100.
56.
All right. So you found a Wodero plant.
I'll probably pick it and bring it to the group. Like, that's what we want.
Verity
It's-
would answer that question for you.
yeah.
Good. I hand it to Verity and then go back to looking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think especially because it's plants. Like,
Verity would probably know the answer.
I mean, yes, that, but I think a lot of my attention, well, some of it would be on like the water for possible bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably also be looking towards this way and not just by the water.
Mhm. As you continue, though, you can see that in a couple different places within the river, there are bubbles rising up.
But that doesn't seem good. Can we see anything other than the bubbles?
Roll me an insight.
Can.
Okay. You're not really going to see anything besides the bubbles. You do get a feeling that maybe you should steer clear of them.
So what I was gonna do anyway.
I'm going to run straight to the bubbles. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
I was debating on making that joke, but I think you guys would take me too seriously.
I mean, honestly, if any of us did, it might be Bouldaire. I think Bouldaire or Sylvia, but mostly Bouldaire.
Jumping in the river? Yeah, Sylvia probably would.
Or is she going to?
Yeah, unless you see someone else do it.
Nobody's doing it.
I'm too
Yeah.
busy looking for other plants.
Doesn't need an
Sylvia
intelligence
flowers.
throw to know not to mess with that.
I have been
I-
debating on just like having an intelligence saving throw, depending on how smart Bouldaire is for the day.
All right, Briz-Atar, go ahead and roll me a D100.
Where is my other one? Here it is. 70.
All right. You find some olivar. Olivar is a plant with black flowers.
I'll ask if Verity can scoop it up because she has more delicate hands than I do.
Okay.
I
Or
mean,
however you would harvest it. She would know. I
Yeah.
don't.
does she? I feel like, with your sleight of hand,
I mean, I
you
could do
might
it
you might
more
have gentle enough
accurately.
fingers.
But she knows whether to cut it at the flower, to cut it at the wherever it needs to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pull it from
So
the roots.
she would know that one you collect by just taking the flowers.
See? Look at that. I would have just taken it by the freaking roots and
Well, I doubt that it would be a problem if you took it by the root, but oh well.
but if you just take it by the flower, more can grow and you don't harm the plant too much.
What are we, farmers now?
I mean, one of us grew up on a farm, so just the eye roll.
Oh no, I was looking at my game here. My bad.
See, you say
It
that.
Didn't
but I
mean that
saw
much sass.
There was a
I was
lot
like,
of
all
say.
that Bouldaire sassy. Put in the notes.
Too much
I
sass.
think
in
we
the ass.
already knew that. I think we all already knew that.
All right.
Right.
So as you continue walking, you notice that Verity's fine magic spell is picking nothing up in this direction.
Okay, we're gonna have to change directions.
She's Verity as a metal detector.
So
Essentially,
what?
she starts
While we're
beeping.
also looking for plants, I'm also going to look for a spot in the river that's safe to cross so we can cross over and work our way back down.
Okay. Are you looking for one with or without bubbles?
Without.
Preferably a safe spot.
The bubbles could travel. The bubbles could travel.
So
I mean, honestly,
Bouldaire,
probably.
Bouldaire, you do notice that some of the times the bubbles do seem to travel in your direction.
When the bubbles start traveling in my direction, I stand firm, like take on a fighting stance, and I just stare at them wielding a weapon.
Stare at the bubbles.
Here's my
Intensely,
question.
yes.
Is it specifically Bouldaire or like just the group?
Bouldaire noticed it.
Okay.
I'm mean mugging the bubbles.
If you do that, then go ahead and roll me a initiative.
All right. Cool.
Initiative. He just triggered the damn. I thought he was gonna be
Well,
like,
That's a 9.
I
All
thought it was gonna be
right.
intimidation, and then she's like initiative. It's like, nah, you
Oh,
never
there
look
goes my
at nature
quota.
in the eyes.
or in this case, the bubbles.
Those damnable balls.
I'm just gonna stop and just probably notice Bouldaire just holding up whatever weapon it is
I think
and
it's my
look in the
greatsword.
direction and look in the direction of whatever he's staring at.
I'll also tell the group, moving bubbles.
And look
Whether
at
they
that.
interpret that as there's a fight starting or I just
Bouldaire
see
being a
bubbles.
weirdo.
Everybody
Yeah,
roll me
that's
an
up to
insight
y'all.
check. Okay, roll me an insight check.
Not that good.
Ooh,
16.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
21.
I mean,
So-
didn't I already notice the bubbles beforehand though?
Yes, but now you
But
know
yeah,
what
but
he
that
said
was-
when he says
that was
floating
further
bubbles.
away.
Like,
Ah,
So that's 21 total.
with a
Same,
right
21.
fancy pants.
all right, so you guys are successfully able to notice the bubbles moving towards you. Bouldaire, get your butt back where you were.
Well, since I was the one that noticed, I thought I'd be the closest to the water. All right.
No,
Well,
Briz-Atar is.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? No! Damn it!
All right, what are your initiatives?
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I got a solid
Just
3
second.
Wait, were we rolling insight or initiative?
initiative.
Both.
Well, you rolled
Oh.
insight first to see if you noticed, and now you're rolling initiative.
Oh,
for
I
the
have to roll
fight.
for that then. Give me a
They
second.
roll insight to see if you understood what the hell I'm going on about, and initiative once you understood what the hell I am going on about.
That's a 19 for mine.
Okay.
Just in case I didn't get it earlier, I have a 5.
Okay.
Thank goodness
Jez,
for the +3.
Oh, and then Verity's.
Don't worry about Verity. Verity's
Okay.
not.
Mine was a
helpful.
3.
Verity's not interested.
Nope, Verity's picking plants.
She's
Possibly
gonna
occasionally
walk.
healing us.
Just walk. Oh, they're still attached. Just gonna pretend Verity walked just this way. Be like, I don't want to. She's just
That
walking
sounds
over
like
in this
Verity.
direction. Just
Yeah,
over
sounds
in
like
this
something
direction.
that sounds like something that even Chelsea would say. Like,
Mhm.
no, I'm good.
No. But they're attached, so I can't just move Verity. So we're just gonna pretend
Yeah.
Verity's not there.
Verity gets a 0 in initiative. Bouldaire has a 9.
Oh no, Bouldaire. Sorry. I don't know why I
Briz
thought
has
you said
18. Sylvia has a 5. And
Oh. I just realized you can reorganize your listings for spells and actions, inventory, and D&D Beyond.
Mhm.
So I can have my actions and spells next to each other for once.
Ah,
Have my inventory without being in between them.
so Briz-Atar, because you noticed that there was there were floating bubbles, you do get to go. There's no
Thanks.
sneak attack on you. So go ahead, it's your turn.
Let's see. How far are they? Oh, okay. I am going to do. I'm actually going to step back. No. There we go. About here. And then I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
All right.
Which is a... We see, it's +4, I believe. Was my there, +5.
All right.
So that's 21 to hit.
That hits.
And my bow is a D6. $16 damage.
All right. All right. So it lashes its tail, and Bouldaire, it's your turn.
Yay! I'm going to. How far away from it am I? Let me get
That's
the
Sylvia.
measuring tool. About 40 feet. All right. I'm going to use my ring of jumping as my bonus action to jump over to it, and while in the air, I'm going to come crashing down on it
Mhm.
with my greatsword.
All right. Roll me to hit.
That is a hell yeah, 23.
All right, that hits.
All right. And doing 8 damage. And no bonuses to that because I am not raging yet. So I
Okay.
can't.
It is the crocodile's turn, and it is going to bite at you.
All right.
That is a 28 to hit,
That absolutely hits. Jesus. All right.
and it's going to smack its tail at you, which is a 16 to hit.
That also hits.
Okay.
It went nom nom.
That does 17 damage, piercing damage, and another 16 bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use my
give me-
stone's endurance.
Okay. Give me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw is an easy, good old fashioned 11. Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
You've been knocked prone.
Huh? Alright. Okay, so 1d12 plus 3. I'm just gonna go up here. So let me try 6, 4, 5. I reduce that damage by 7. So that is 17 plus 16, so that's 26 damage total.
All right.
Man,
Sylvia, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing as Bouldaire is too close, I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Alrighty, which is Wisdom saving throw of 13.
That is an 8.
Alrighty. 3 damage.
Jezreel, you're up.
Too far from it. So then do amazing. So I am going to either way. No, it has to be short sword. All right, I'm gonna. He's knocked prone, so that means he's like flat on the ground, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to shoot at it with my. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna use my psychic blades.
All right.
Wow. 13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to try again.
Okay.
That one is a 16.
That hits.
Nice. Okay. So that's 4. Where's my 4? So that is 4 damage.
All right.
And then I have to check. No, they're too far. That's it.
All right. Briz-Atar, it's your turn.
If you're talking, you're muted.
I am sorry. I am
Oh.
going to move up to attack with my rapier.
All right.
That is 17 plus 6.
That hits.
Where's my
It's always fun
Head
when we just
radiate.
give up on math.
yeah? Everybody at home knows what it is, or they're counting, so it's fine.
Or they're not, and they're just like, it hit. That's fine.
I rolled really low, but it's a 12.
All right. So wait a minute. What?
I rolled really low. It's 12.
Okay. So
12
12
damage. No, 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, the hit was the 17 plus 6.
Thought so.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I'll use my dagger to do another slash.
Which is
Yep.
23 for anyone just guessing. I have to do my ADHD math, which is
Okay, yeah, that's not
knowing
hitting.
that
I rolled a 2.
That is not hitting.
I have to do ADHD
All right.
math, which is knowing that 17 plus 3 is 20, and then there's 3 left from the math is
Oh, I get that.
Yep. All right. Bouldaire, you're up. Well, no, you're down.
Can I, well, since I'm still right next to it, I'm going to grapple. I'm going to first enter a rage and then grapple the beast.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, I'm gonna grab him, just start manhandling him. That's an athletics check or is that a strength? I think it's strength to keep it, right?
Strength.
Strength check. All right. Which I have advantage because I am raging.
I got a nat 20.
Son of a
Nat
bitch, that's an
20.
18. That was hopeful.
Nope.
All right,
So
well, at least
nat
I'm
20.
Went
raging.
out the window.
so close, yet so far.
Yep. All right. So you are still on the ground.
Wrestling. Gator wrestling.
So it is going to bite at you.
I don't know.
And that is a 24 to hit
That hits.
and a
A
16
really
to
strong
hit.
crocodile.
That
the
16
tail.
also hits.
All right. So that does 21 piercing damage.
Which is half, which is 11. Wait, no, 10. Because we're rounding down.
And 8 bludgeoning damage, and you are still knocked prone.
That is. All right, so I'm at 5 HP.
You
Whoa.
have no Verity. All right, Sylvia, you're up.
Sylvia is just going to rush straight in. I know I'm within running distance. And she's just going to stab at it with her rapier.
All right,
20.
that hits.
Dirty 20, not natural. 3 damage.
Okay, you poked it.
Just pricked it in its tail.
That's the way you said that.
Just really
Yeah, I know.
up.
Okay. So I want. Can I use an action to try to like drag Bouldaire away back from the croc?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, you could try that. You'd
Actually,
be trying to
debatable.
grapple him.
Okay. That'd be a strength check.
Do I want to go or should I stay and fight this thing? Because I'm
Well,
not sure if you guys
until
can
you get
survive
up,
a
you
hit from
can't
him.
do much.
I can still fight it. It's just my
Sure, but you're
movement
at
reduces
5
0.
HP.
Well,
Okay.
What am I gonna do from the back? My
Not
only
die.
spell is jump and speak with the animals and beast sense.
You have a javelin, throw it.
I only have 4.
Okay. Wait, what was the roll again? That's 16. Yeah, can I? Did that work?
Well, there. What did you roll?
For just my regular straight checks at advantage, that is a 15.
Still worked?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna drag him back.
All right. Well, there. How heavy
And
are you?
then
I am currently, if you're counting my inventory
Yep.
as well, I'm at 989 pounds with my inventory. And I would assume Bouldare's probably around 300 pounds himself.
my goal right now is really just to move him closer to like behind Briz-Atar, so he's not like directly in front of it.
Okay.
I cannot pull him far.
No.
I don't think I could pull him far if he didn't have all of the extra weight.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure not even I can pull that. Now that's past my push-pull limit.
Yeah.
All right. So that probably didn't work, but let's go with it anyway.
Anyways, so I used my main action for that. However, I have sneak attack. Or is that the main action? Does sneak attack count for the main action, or is that an extra action?
Sneak attack is only applied to your main attack.
Okay, then I still have sneak attack, not sneak attack.
Unless you're
Why can't I
duelist.
say that? I have my bonus action. So again, I'm gonna try to attack with my psychic blade, which doesn't work. It doesn't work well when you're using a dice thing and it lands just in the corner. That's a 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And then that is 6 damage.
All right.
And then I'm done.
Let's see. Briz-Atar, it's your turn.
I am going to continue stabbing it with my rapier.
All right.
Don't fail me, blue dice. This one always fails me. Of course, it gets stuck on my keyboard.
Just don't use the blue dice.
Nah, I'm good. That's 19.
All right. So that hit.
And where did I put my damn D8? Oh, from my purple one. Oh, so actually it's right here. The blue one's right here. All right. 19 damage. Nope, wait, sorry. That's just the dice. 19 plus 6. 25.
All right. So you can see that you guys have taken quite a chunk out of it at this point.
Sorry, 23.
You can still see that you've taken a decent chunk out of it, just not quite as much as you thought.
I'm gonna take some more chunks.
I'm gonna take another swipe with my dagger.
All right.
Ooh, this one actually hits, finally. That's a 24.
That hit.
And it's just deep.
Are you sure? You did math wrong last time.
2, 5 damage with the dagger.
All right. Bouldaire, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna stand up, then cleave at it with my Moon Touch Greatsword.
All right.
Up a little bit. That is a 19 to hit,
That definitely hits.
doing 9 damage plus my rage, which is a +2. So that's 11 damage.
All right. It appears to be on its last legs.
And it is not gonna get any survival. We are not capturing this. It's dead.
Is it the left or the right legs? Or is it both? How many legs does it have?
4.
But like left.
So the crocodile lashes out at Briz-Atar. That is a
Yes.
23 to hit and
Sorry, Briz.
a 16 to hit.
They both hit.
All right. The bite hits you for 18 piercing damage.
I use Uncanny Riz to charisma my way out of it.
Briz used his Riz.
Riz with the Riz.
Oh my god.
He's
That's-
Rizzy Brizzy.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep. And he's going to grapple you.
Was that strength check?
Yep.
God, my strength's horrible. All right. What is that? A +1, right? Yeah.
Look, as long as you get one more than the correct did, you're good.
Whoa. Dice. No, I rolled a 6. I mean, I rolled a
No.
5 with a +1, so 6.
All
No.
right. So you are grappled, and the crocodile is going to use its movement speed to back into the water. Holding
Bastard.
you.
Stab it! Stab it!
Wrong one.
No, why don't move Bouldaire? I pulled Bouldaire to safety.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, but then I moved back into the crocodile.
Yeah.
Pray.
He's got Briz-Atar in the water.
Yeah, but you're not the one that got dragged.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Which
didn't
is a
know,
damn good thing because,
crocodile.
yeah, I would have died.
Water is my safe space.
Says as a bluff to the unknowing crocodile.
The other
Who
unknown crocodile
probably-
coming from my head.
Doesn't understand what he's saying.
All right, guys. He's underwater. You may want to fix that. I don't think he can hold his breath that long.
Is it Sylvia's turn?
Yep.
Sylvia's gonna back up 10 feet. Or actually 20 just to be safe. And she's gonna cast Sleep on the water.
All right.
Wait,
You
you're gonna,
son of a.
you're gonna cast what?
At
Sleep.
2nd level.
I'm going to sleep in the water. Now it's not our safe space. Way to go.
Hang on. Hang on. That's 78. Let's see.
I have 9
This is why we can't
HP.
have nice things.
No, you can't. They should hopefully float back up to the surface. 24 hit points, starting with the
All
lowest.
right.
Person that's the lowest.
So that happens to be the giant crocodile.
The luck.
Mm-hmm.
How many
The
points
giant
did it use up?
crocodile. All of them.
Oh, perfect. Well, it
No,
had
all of
28
the
hit.
crocodiles. So the
Okay.
crocodile floats
Hold
to
up.
the surface, letting go of Briz-Atar.
When you say
Uh,
all of the crocodiles, do you mean there's more in the water that we haven't fought yet?
All of the crocodile's hit points are used up.
Oh,
How many
okay.
hit points was that, though? How many
Uh,
hit points was that? Because
on,
it carries
hang
over to the next person.
I know.
Okay.
So the next person is Bouldaire, who
I swear to God.
also falls asleep.
Ice. You know what? All right, I'm taking a rest. Yep.
Next is Briz-Atar, who also floats to the surface, asleep. And it does not have enough points left to hit anybody else.
I don't think
That's
anyone
good.
else is in range, are they?
Hmm?
Is anyone else in range?
I don't know, but if they were, they would be fine.
No. No one else is in range.
All
I
right.
backed out of
so-
range.
Yep.
What's
so
the range?
20 feet.
Oh, yeah. No one else is in range.
perfect.
So even
So
if it
all
had-
three of them are comped.
Okay.
Bouldaire and the crocodile are asleep on the surface of the water. Bouldaire, roll me a
I-
d20.
I thought it
No,
was
not
gonna be
Bouldaire.
asleep
Sorry,
in the mud.
sorry, Briz-Atar. Roll me a d20.
Okay. D20. No,
Purple dice,
that's
don't
not
fail
me.
me now.
you can do this.
Natural 20.
All
Yeah.
right, so you are asleep face up.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
good.
I'm floating. Safe space. See what I mean? Safe space.
Yeah, exactly. Everything worked out just fine.
No,
Now
could've cast
Briz will kill
Shatter.
you in your sleep.
I could have cast Shatter.
All right, are you guys gonna let him just float down the river, or are you gonna fish
Well,
him out?
No,
no,
Sylvia's
it's
gonna
my-
run to help.
Well, I was gonna say it's if Sylvia didn't, it's my roll next, and I was just gonna run down because it's just within my range.
Yep, I would
and-
say unless you wake up that crocodile, your initiative is on pause.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Okay.
I meant like in range of movement, but
Yeah.
regardless, I'm gonna. How deep is the water?
You can have to
good
fit a
question.
giant crocodile.
Because I was
That's what it is.
because depending on how deep it is, I don't know how helpful Sylvia would be to drag him out. Whereas, how tall is him again? I need
She'd
to
just
know.
float away herself. She just get taken by the currents.
Yeah, because Jezreel's 6'7", so it's more likely to probably be able to stand at it.
All right, well, go ahead.
So I could go and drag him out of the water, at the very least to the shore, because I'm sure he also, once I get him on dry land, is much heavier. Okay, so Sylvia pulled the crocodile out to land.
All right,
I
Sylvia pulled the crocodile. Okay.
yes,
Yeah, we'll,
I
Just
probably
barely.
didn't
we'll
make
roll
it
with
very
it.
far.
just enough. Uh, but we talked
At
about
least
the
has it
fact
tied
that
off.
no, we didn't agree on that. You said we should. If causing damage to it wakes it up, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have much health to it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna take my short sword. Because I believe it's my turn, because Sylvia took hers. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah. And because I'm within range. So I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna try to drive my short sword through its snout, essentially. Where is it? That is a 16 to hit.
That
No,
hits.
yeah, 16. Which one is that? Short sword 6.
You could like try and tap my face,
Oh, no.
take an action and wake me up, but it's all
Nobody's
right.
doing
It's
that.
cool.
Look,
Yeah.
you're already
Nobody's waking you up.
you're we can worry about waking you up after this thing is dead, okay? And then if you want, you can strip it for parts.
All right,
But-
I'll be the free snack for it.
Okay. So that is 8 damage with a short sword to like drive it through its
Yep,
mouth.
Okay, it is dead.
Yeah. And now it has, and now I gotta pull it out and rinse it off in the water. Yeah, get rid of the gross.
So Sylvia's gonna wake up Briz-Atar.
I'm just gonna
And then-
stretch. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, and then I'll just wake up. I'll wake up Bouldaire.
And Sylvia's gonna hide behind Verity.
I'll wake
Yeah.
up groggily, like, then put 2 and 2 together. Son of a bitch! It happened again.